Hello and welcome back to In Search of Lost Diecast. Brian here. This week perhaps it should be called In Search of Lost DIY Cast. I've gone out and I've got some of these little boxes, and they're all very nice. They've got little detachable things there, so I thought they would be great for displaying the diecast models that I started collecting again. And I managed to get 3 of these, but I thought everything was looking a little bit tired. They're second hand, obviously. So how could I make them a bit more exciting? So the idea I had was this. So if we place our item just here so you can see it, there we go, like so, there we go. The idea was that if I use some of my printing skills, I could produce these. Now these are box fronts, or what would be box fronts for the Matchbox boxes, and they go rather nicely into here. So if I do a few of these, I'll just show you, and I'll show you what they look like when. So there's for that, for that. This is quite easy. If you've got Excel on your printer, what you can do is you can measure the size of any holes that you've got for display, and you can literally tailor the images to fit the sizes that you've got. And thankfully, with the laser printer, it's not that difficult to adjust everything. And we've now got, just as I say, I've only just done this, so it's fairly new, but I hope you get the idea. Unfortunately, this week's video is going to be a bit shorter. Unfortunately, time constraints has scuppered me this week, but there we go. So if I put that up right now, and then if I just then lift that up, you can see that what you could easily do is have the cars in front of the images, and then maybe put a little sheet of perspex over the front to stop all this dust malarkey. You can see I've literally just got these, so they just need a little bit of help, but there you go. So the images inside, and that would make a nice presentation for any of the models that you want to display. And the great thing with this as well is you're not restricted. So if you have those ones up first and you decide, fancy a change, all you got to do is remove the cards, remove the cars, and swap them over. So that's my little DIY idea. And as I say, I've got 1, 2, there is an insert for that one, there we go, there's the insert. And 3. And so these weren't expensive. I think the 3 I managed to pick up for about a tenner, I think it was. They've all got their little plinths at the top. So that's the first thing. Just get the side of that over there. As I say, we're a bit stuck on time, so I'm going to rush straight through them. There's a few cars. One little Joblot that I managed to pick up. I managed to get a Dinky Super Toys Loading Octopus. Obviously needs painting. It's been hand painted at some point, so stick that there. We've got a few nice Matchbox. Got a little beetle. We've got a Roller-matic clipper. I think it's number 69, that one. These are they all came from the same person. They're all pretty much mint, which is lovely. Got Lotus Europa, nice pink one. I've got the blue one already, but nice to have a pink one. We got the Ford pickup with the back piece. A tiny little nick on the front of it, but other than that, absolutely perfect. I finally got a Batmobile. It's a later one. Obviously it hasn't got the Bat motifs wheels, but the firing mechanism still fires. It's still got its aerial, The exhaust is there, doesn't want to seem to go in and out. It must be something broken, and obviously the chain cutter needs a little bit of assistance. Missing Batman and Robin, but other than that, pretty decent shape. That's quite cool. We've got a Dinky Aveling Barford diesel roller, which was, as I say, part of the job. So there was a Matchbox Joblot, there was a mixed Joblot, and obviously that was something I got by itself. So I put these all together. So that was with that one. I also got this one, which is the Budgie Scamel semi-trailer. That one, which is nice and just needs some wheels. I also got a Bembros Corgi Toy, and again I think it might be a Fodden, but obviously missing a rear axle, and obviously missing a few supports for the side of the flatbed. But that says Sunderland down the side, if you can see it, Sunderland. I'm sure there should be up here as normal information about it. So this was all one big job lot, as was that, which is a little Corgi Ferguson. Matchbox king size Dodge tractor unit. I think just about everybody's got one of those. In another job lot, I think I picked up the trailer, so I've now got a complete one, which is great. So that's that. And then there was this one, which is the Matchbox king size Freuhoff hopper, and again I got the tail end of that in another one, so two have made one again. So that's that. Another one of these. This is the where are we? It's the armoured command vehicle. There we go. So I've got three of them, so if anyone needs one of them to restore, I'm your man, because I've got three of them. So that's that, again, all in that job lot. Little Dinky Bedford truck, AA. That was that, so that was the tail end of that. This was one little job lot by itself. And then the final little job lot was a few Matchbox. So we've got the snow track, we've got the Ferrari Bonanza, we've got the Ford GT, we've got the cattle truck, no, it's the steak truck, there we go, the steak truck with its missing mud flap. We've got the Tate and Lyle sugar carrier. We've got the, now this is the horse one, isn't it? So this is the Stingaroo chopper. And that's actually very good, Nick, that one. Not my kind of thing, but if anyone out there wants one, just give us a little holler. We've got that one there, which is the Alvis Stalwart, the BP Exploration one, been overpainted. We got the number 47 tipper truck, which is the top, of course, as they always are. That's that. Got this little beauty, which is an ERF. Look how small that is. I mean, that is absolutely tiny. And that's one of the reasons why I got that little job lot, because that was in there and I spotted it right at the back underneath. I mean, if you look at the size of those wheels, I mean, where are we? Where have we got something that can give you some? There we go. So we've got our ruler here. So it is 4.5 centimetres long. It is a little under 2 centimetres wide, and probably about 1.5 centimetres tall. Absolutely minuscule, that one. In fact, look, it actually fits into the tipper. That's how small it is. That's a beauty. There was another one as well, but unfortunately it was broken. Well, I say broken, it's not actually broken, it's actually just missing a part. So it's the little excavator, but the lugs are there, it's just the excavator piece that's come off of it. But you could get away with that as a tractor. It's got a nice little driver in there as well, so that's that. Only a couple more. Got the Husky Jaguar Mark 10. The one like the Matchbox one. There's heavy corrosion on this one, by the way. Really, I mean, you could literally sand down the wall with that. Very bad. But unlike the Matchbox one, obviously no opening bonnet on this one, and well, in fact, no openings at all, really. And obviously, it's got a metal base on this one rather than a plastic one, I think. No, it is plastic. Beg your pardon. It's just so heavily corroded, it's very hard to tell. But there we go. So that's the Jaguar Mark 10. This again was fantastic. Remember this crane? The Crane Freuhof, I think it is. Is it Crane Freuhof? No, Margus Deutsch. There we go. But the amazing thing with this, I must have seen 20, 30 of these since I've been back collecting, and never once have I seen the hook attached. So that's pretty amazing. It was very nice to get one of those. So that will be ending up in one of those very shortly. And the final one for today, as I say, short video this week, boys. But I managed to get the Mighty Antar. Well, what's that I hear you say? You got the Mighty Antar? Yes, I have got the Mighty Antar. I've got the Dinky Mighty Antar, but I haven't got the Matchbox Mighty Antar. And that's all complete apart from one little tire, and I'm sure we can fix that. So very, very happy with that. And that was in that Joblot as well. So there we are. Quite a short video this week, but I bored you to death last week. So normal service should be resumed next week. Obviously there'll be details about all these cars filtering up near the top. Andy Bourne from Andy's Diecast Garage sent me a package this week, which I haven't been able to include this week because I just haven't had time. But thank you ever so much for that, Andy. That was very kind of you. As I say, these were a couple of job lots off Tinternet, so I'm very pleased with those. As was this. This was actually Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. As I say, I think the three were a tenner. So there are bargains to be had out there. So that's going to be my little display cabinet for my my most favouriteest Matchbox. So thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. It helps. And if I don't post anything before then, I will see you again next week. All the best. Bye now.